Let's just talk about games on Starknet. I mean, it's the bottom line is exactly the summary of what Liron said. You can execute tons of computation, very, very inexpensive. Games is a very natural use case where you talk about a lot of computation. It's something that is very hard to run today on, let's call it traditional blockchain. And it's very easy and is getting better every day, every month on Starknet. And we definitely see a future, not in like 5 or 10 years, but very soon, where tons of computation will still be very inexpensive to run, and therefore games.
I'd say that since you wanted all of us to answer, my answer would be that you exactly see that the benefits of being like something that is novel and next generation. Developers wanting to have on-chain experience, right? They understand that you can't do it on Ethereum, and you can't do it on the optimistic rollups, and you can't do it on the EVM. It won't scale like long term, and if you're going to invest so much time in building a game, right? Building a proper game is like 2 years of work just on the front end or something like that of a large studio. So you need something where the engine can actually handle it. And the most plausible candidate is actually Cairo and Starknet. So a lot of wise developers are saying, since we believe on-chain gaming is the next thing, not just creating the NFTs and putting all of the logic off-chain, and I think they're right. They're asking, okay, which is the platform where we can deliver this, both now and also to scale to global scale. Because I mean, here's the thing about like all projects, they start small, right? So you're building something, but your aspiration, your hope is that everyone uses this, that this is a game that will go ballistic. Now, those of you who've been long enough in blockchain may remember the CryptoKitties craze, which is, or then it happened with Axie Infinity. What happens if your system actually succeeds? Well, if you don't have the right technology that can actually scale, it just won't work. And that's what the successful projects have found out. So all of the StarkX customers that came to us because they succeeded and they were bleeding gas and they couldn't service their customers. And the ones coming to us now are the ones with enough of a vision to see that if you want to succeed and you plan to succeed, and you go past the, whatever, an airdrop or funding or a grant, you want something that will actually dominate gaming, you need to put it on an engine that can scale. And Starknet is it.
Well, one thing we missed is just naming teams. I'm always scared to do this because I'll always end up forgetting a team. So if anybody's listening, if you're not listening, I apologize. My goal here isn't to pick favorites, it's just to whatever's on top of my head. There's an influence team that has actually a live alpha. You can go and try influenceeth.io, I think. There is also cartridge.gg. They're also running on-chain games. There's a Loot Realms, which sort of evolved from those, what was that called? Those 8 words that were worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last bull market. They've also done some on-chain gaming stuff. Brick, the game BRIQ, it's like basically Minecraft on-chain. They've also formed, some of them have a community called Dojo, DOJO, which is building the tooling for on-chain gaming. They've got the sequencer called Katana, which is it uses the blockifier sequencer that public Starknet uses, but it has some wrappers around that are optimized for gaming, and also just has a strong community around that. That's again using on-chain games, not just on-chain assets. And then Topology is another team that's built the Shoshin, SHOSHIN.gg, that you can actually I encourage people to just go to that website and just try and play the game, see what it's like. Again, I might be missing some teams. That's not my intention. Apologies.